Hi guys, today's video will be about the new ENSO Outlook forecast prediction that NOAA has just released a couple days ago. And then I'll also be going over the new 2021 Atlantic hurricane season forecasts that have been released by both the Tropical Storm Risk and the University of Arizona. So first, I'm going to talk about the new ENSO Outlook that was just released on April 12th, which was 2 days ago, as I'm recording this on April 14th. Now, let's scroll down. By the way, La Nina is still in effect. Now, it says here, a transition from La Nina to ENSO-Neutral is likely the next month or so, with an 80% chance of ENSO-Neutral during May through July 2021. Now, by the way, if you hear some rustling in the background, that's my dogs. But let's scroll down here and get down here. All right. Oh, here's this. Here's that. What do you want to call it? 10 or so year or 12 years of showing during each year when the transition from La Nina to neutral to El Nino. 2015. Oh my God, we were in that super El Nino event where we were in El Nino for the entirety of 2015. That was insane. Gosh. But going here to 2020 into 2021, you can see the 3-month period between January of 2020 into December of 2020 into January and February of 2021, I should say, we were around negative 1.0, which indicated that we were in La Nina. We were kind of well into that La Nina area, but it was a weak La Nina. Now, between January, February, and March 2021, we kind of came up a little bit to negative 0.9. Now we're between the months of February, March, and April. We're going to go into May in a couple weeks, so sometime in May we'll have that new third box put in. But yeah, we'll probably be going into ENSO-Neutral once we get into May at some point. And yeah, here finally is updated on April 8th. The new kind of prediction of when we'll transition to neutral or back to La Nina, El Nino, so right now we're pretty much at around 50-50 of La Nina and neutral. Currently, the La Nina is kind of edging the neutral out just a slight bit. So we're still in a La Nina, but it's looking very, very likely pretty much that we will enter neutral in the next month or so, as I said. And looks like we'll stay in a neutral as of this prediction all the way through maybe about September, October, and then potentially El Nino could come back, but that's still a bit below a 50% chance. So, it's still very, very tricky with this kind of thing, with showing this. So we'll have to, again, continue to monitor over the next few months and see what each new prediction shows. Because, very, very well, we'll likely go back to a La Nina rather than El Nino from this neutral that we will definitely go into over the next month. You can see the El Nino right now, it's below a 20% chance of happening within the next really, kind of year, throughout the rest of this year, going into 2022. So, don't really expect, at least at this point, I don't really expect to see El Nino to come back at all anytime soon. But, of course, that can drastically change, obviously. And then here's the CPC kind of forecast as of March 2021 model predictions for ENSO. And you can see those three main, those lime green, blue, and red forecast areas. The statistical average, the DYN average. I'm not sure actually what DYN stands for. And then there's the CPC. And they're all predicting that we will stay within a La Nina for now, and then we'll go into a neutral and pretty much stay there really through the rest of this year, potentially into 2022. But honestly, we'll likely dip back down towards neutral as kind of all three of them show as we head towards, again, September, October, November. So we'll have to see how that plays out going over the next few months. Now, let's go and talk about the new forecasts that have been put out. By the way, today's April 14th, and almost exactly a month from now, May 15th, so tomorrow will mark exactly a month from when the National Hurricane Center will begin to issue their regular tropical weather outlooks for this year's hurricane season. Starting with this year's hurricane season, they'll start issuing their regular tropical weather outlooks 2 weeks earlier than they have in the past on June 1st, coinciding with the official start of the hurricane season, which was June 1st, and it still is at this point. But with all the preseason activity that we've been seeing consecutively over the past 6 years, and maybe we could see that again this year, who knows, we'll have to see. But if that does happen again this year, the likelihood might go up enough again to where where the World Meteorological Organization and the National Hurricane Center and National Weather Service all be like, okay, we might have to change the official start date to May 15th going into the next year or two, possibly. So, all right, here's the new forecast put out by Tropical Storm Risk there and University of Arizona. They put it out yesterday, both of them. And Tropical Storm Risk, first off, is calling for here's where it says it. TSR, Tropical Storm Risk, updated their forecast on April 13th with 17 named storms, 8 hurricanes, and 3 major hurricanes, with an ACE index of 134 units. And all of that put together indicates most likely a generally slightly above average season. So no matter how you slice it with all of the forecasts that have been put out thus far, even with the original Tropical Storm Risk first forecast, preliminary forecast back in early December of 2020, they were still calling for a slightly above average season. It still looks to be the case with all of these new forecasts coming out. And then as well with that 134 units forecast of ACE, prediction for the ACE value, still shows a potentially slightly above average amount of ACE, with the new updated average range for ACE between 72 to 111 units. So, yeah, we are definitely looking at potentially a slightly above average hurricane season at the very least this year. And then, as well, on the same day, University of Arizona issued its seasonal prediction of above-average hurricane activities with 18 named storms, 8 hurricanes, and 4 major hurricanes, and an ACE index of 137 units. So, the University of Arizona is predicting just barely a bit more above-average season than TSR's updated forecast, with just a little bit more activity in terms of named storms and major hurricanes, as well as a little bit more of ACE value because of that. Now, what do I think about this? I think it's fair. I think it all lines up very well with Colorado State University's first forecast that they put out back on April 8th, and even Tropical Storm Risk's first forecast that they put out way back in the early part of December of 2020. So, and the ACE values that they're predicting, Colorado State University is currently predicting the highest amount of ACE potential for this year's hurricane season at 150 units, which would put us at a moderately above average Atlantic hurricane season in terms of ACE. But that's kind of an outlier since most of the others are predicting generally between 130 to 140 units of ACE. But in general, the actual named storm major hurricane predictions from all of them are lining up pretty much exactly along pretty much the same exact lines with named storms, hurricanes, and major hurricanes. In fact, if you look at this, Colorado State University, Tropical Storm Risk, and University of Arizona are all predicting, as of right now, the exact same amount of hurricanes with their updated or first forecasts for this year's hurricane season. And then they're comparing their named storm and major hurricanes forecasts as of right now. Their difference is just by 1 between named storms and major hurricanes. So they're all very, very close in how much activity we could potentially see with this year's hurricane season. As well, I just want to, again, say that my first official 2021 Atlantic hurricane season forecast I will be putting out at the very end of this month or very beginning of May. I'll have to see. It really just depends on kind of how I'm feeling, or just really when new forecasts are coming out by around that time. I know the National Hurricane Center will put out their first official forecast sometime in May. I'm not sure exactly when, but we'll see. Probably in the early part of May. But again, we'll have to see. And then, of course, the National Hurricane Center will start issuing their regular tropical weather outlooks on May 15th, so almost exactly a month from today. So, again, look out for that. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, if we run out of the 21 names this year, which I have I have no idea if we will. I cannot say, obviously, at this point, but in the event that we do somehow, the World Meteorological Organization has totally retired the Greek alphabet. We're not using the Greek alphabet anymore. because it just was deemed too confusing to use, and so they created a new supplemental, new auxiliary list of names a new list of 21 names that can be retired if the this original 21 name list is used up. So to obviously to lessen the amount of confusion and such with the public. So again, this is it for today's video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please remember to like the video down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you're already subscribed, make sure those bell notifications are on for my channel so you get future updates on tropical weather, the hurricane season, anything else weather related moving forward. And again, let's have a nice lively discussion down there in the comment section on what you guys think about these new forecasts put out by Tropical Storm Risk and the University of Arizona. And again, let's have a respectful discussion as well along with that. Again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please consider liking the video down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.